Um, are you for real? Be fucking for real.
This is the realest travel video you're gonna see all day. Listen, you're going on vacation, you're packing, you're all excited. You look at your workout clothes thinking you might want to take them on vacation. I'm gonna need you to stop. I'm begging you, do not do this. I did. And I even went so far as to work out on the vacation. I thought I was better than you. I thought I was better than all of you. Okay. I had been gifted this gift, this wonderful vacation to Thailand by the gods, and I mocked them. I spat in their faces by fucking working out. And it was such an affront to the cosmic vibes that in my hubris, I almost drowned an entire city. I know that you're young. You don't want to listen to me. You think you got it all figured out, kid. Well, take it from someone with experience. Beware of what you invite when you try to work out on vacation. Don't say I didn't warn you. So the night before, we'd had one of the best meals we'd ever had in one of the most unassuming restaurants. The next morning at breakfast, I made sure to conduct myself accordingly. I had to make sure my stomach was prepared for whatever Phuket had to offer. But remember, as I had previously foreshadowed, I did not eat the city up that day. There was no party in my city A. So let's start from the beginning. So I got up and started working out around 9 a.m., already a huge accomplishment for me. It was raining for sure, but it's not like it was a downpour. Now I worked out for maybe an hour or so, and by the end of it, I looked outside and the water was coming up like maybe around people's ankles and shins. I said, wait a minute, is this just some sort of poor drainage system or something? By 11 a.m., that entire city was flooded. It was insane. Like 2 to 3 feet of water, maybe 1.5 if you were really lucky in your area. Another hour goes by, it's getting worse. I'm looking around like, guys, what's going on? Because I thought, well, this is a coastal city. They're probably used to some sort of flooding or heavy rains every now and then, right? Took another gander outside and I said, oh no, this is not normal. The shock and awe on these people's faces as they stood outside and watched the whitewater rapids of this now river sweeping through the streets is a look that I will never forget. I said, oh, we are not in Kansas anymore. We're fucked. Now I'm only 5'10, but my proportions are insane. I actually have some of the longest legs of anyone I know. This includes years of sports, even collegiate, around athletes that were well over a half a foot taller than me. Legs for days, baby, legs for weeks. I'm talking water up to my mid thigh in some places. I've never in my life witnessed anything like that. I had no idea what to do. I shit you not, it was drizzling. 2 hours later, niggas was in kayaks. That shit was insane. I remember when it wasn't so bad, it had just started, the flooding was kind of low. People were grabbing buckets and literally throwing the water out of their homes. It was insane. According to the locals and the news, it had not flooded that badly in the city for almost 30 years. You see what happens when you work out on vacation? I'm telling you, don't do it. I'm not a meteorologist. I'm not a weather scientist. I'm just a woman who's got her third eye open. Okay, and I'm putting two and two together. So obviously, this struck everyone by surprise. Literally, no one seemed to have been prepared for this. This came out of nowhere. Everyone was just in the streets looking around, mouths agape. Except there were some daredevils riding their little dirt bikes through the flood. I'm like, baby, is that thing gonna make it? Mad respect, Holmes, mad respect. Now, like I said before in the past, you know my husband and I love a rainy day on vacation. I fucking love a farmer's market, and there's supposed to be this massive farmer's market in Phuket that we were going to go to. And of course, and a lesson on hubris. A lesson on hubris. You throw off the natural balance of things. No, because like at the end of the day, it's like cut the motherfucking cameras. Like, because I thought I was gonna have a cute little day at the farmer's market. I didn't want to bear witness to this catastrophe terrorizing the good people of Phuket. They did not deserve this. Like I said, I had even kept it so cute and petite and polite and demure and mindful at breakfast because I was going to go ham at the farmer's market. Bullshit. We were so desperate. About 6 hours later, it finally looked like the water was starting to drain in our area. So we ventured out as far as we could because we were trying to salvage whatever was left of this day. Unfortunately, it looked like it had only drained in our area. No matter what direction we tried to take, and we tried every single one that we could, we went from puddle to knee high water in less than 5 blocks. Getting to this farmer's market was impossible. Man, we were trying, okay? Because we got up to that knee high water. Everybody was just sitting on either side of the street wondering if they were going to cross. There were police officers telling people, I don't think you should do that. I'm like, this ain't bad. This nothing. I have on shorts. Girl, I tried to dip my toe in that river. Almost took my whole fucking flip flop with it. I said, oh, hell no, nor. Maybe if I had on some sturdier shoes, I would have braved it. But you knew who got where they had to motherfucking go? Them niggas on them dirt bikes. Hey, them bikes were struggling. They was like, vim, 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 vim. The police, everybody looking like, I don't think that's. Hey, they were making some shit shake. They were on them bikes like, vim, 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 vim. Vim, 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 vim. Girl, people are looking around like, are we really gonna do this? The police just shaking their head. We like, hey, are y'all good? Are y'all cool? They were like, They got their asses across that street and we all look stupid. You know what's so crazy? It's pouring down rain as I record this right now, too. So we had accepted defeat. We couldn't get any further than a few blocks from our hotel, so we just decided to turn around and go back. We did take a different route back home and we saw some beautiful buildings on the way. But see, look at this. Look at how trifling that rain was. You couldn't even tell there was a fucking horrible flood that had just happened a few hours before. It disappeared like nothing ever happened. This is actually one of my favorite pictures of myself. I always get compliments when I wear this top. The girls go, feral. Continuing our journey home, we come across this kind of overgrown courtyard area. This is what I mean when I say Phuket is this lush, tropical, just beautiful place. We had all but given up, but we spotted a man with a cart selling street snacks. It smelled so good. It was these grilled bananas and potato balls. Small as it may be, this was still a culinary experience, and I was so thankful that man was there. Remember how I said that roti pancakes were my first love in all of Thailand? This was my first betrayal. In the words of our patron, St. Gordon Ramsay, it's blonde. I'm so serious. That was the blandest food I had put in my mouth in a hot minute. How do you fuck up anything potato related? I'll tell you how. I'll actually tell you how. They didn't have any salt. Potatoes with no salt? Where are we getting this? Where are we getting this information? Now, the bananas surprised me. I wonder if they maybe just weren't ripe. I am a millennial, so I can't miss the opportunity to say this was an epic fail. And what's this little sauce, you might ask, Shabri? What is this liquid coating everything? Did that help enhance the flavor? It was coconut milk, and nor it did not. I had my third eye wide open, and I still couldn't see the vision, babe. So we trudged back to the hotel empty-handed. Luckily for us, the hotel was still running and it was still serving food. So we got some room service and it was delicious, but that's not the point. Just a waste. Just a waste of an aquatic adventure. We were only going to be in Phuket for 2 days, so sadly, we never got to experience a second day in Phuket. That actually made me really sad because contrary to popular opinion or what other bloggers say or whatever, everyone says Phuket is super touristy and whack. I love Phuket. I love the vibe. I love the people. I love the scenery. There's so much to do. We had some lovely food. I don't know what everybody's talking about. I really liked Phuket and I wish we had more time there beyond the 2 days. So the 1 day we had in Phuket was bittersweet, but it was quite fortuitous that the flooding had subsided by the time it was time for us to go to the airport. We had no idea how bad it was in other parts of the city. We didn't know if we were even going to be able to get to the airport, much less if we were going to be able to actually fly out. But we called our old buddy from Grab. He came and got us, took us to the airport, got us there safe and sound. Forever thankful for that sweet man and that pimped out van. Our time in Phuket was short, but don't worry. We were going to be in Thailand for almost 3.5 weeks, and our next stop is Chiang Mai. And the adventures are just getting started. I'll see you next time. It's one thing to go to a place and take cute pictures, which I can absolutely do, but it's another thing to actually experience it.